Logo design and animation aren't really my specialty, but I used to do it for fun. For these logos, I only handle the animation and sound design. On this one, I did the entire visual side, offered it to the guys as a YouTube intro. Back then, I had plenty of free time and was just itching to create something. I've actually designed many logos for bands and commercial companies, but this video is all about the moto theme. I offered to make an intro for Syndicate, but we didn't quite settle on the details. The logo drawing itself isn't mine, but the animations are in the logo is actually quite solid. I did a quick logo animation for Pasha Drost. Then for our local hero and champion, I designed a logo, did the voiceover, played the music, and animated it. I think it's a great logo. I'm still proud of it today. But then there's the ultimate champion, our Belarusian rider Artem. This specific video is about my latest logo project, building it from scratch, animation, sound. Here is the result. Next, I'll show the workflow, the logo in different colors and variations. The most tedious part for me is designing the static logo, because I specialize more in effects and motion. At first, I went with a designer approach, Artem Kuntsevich, AK, and the number 10, the key elements. But the moto world is pretty conservative with recurring elements, so there's no need to overcomplicate it. Artem was really involved in the process, and I showed him every possible version. We looked at layouts, colors, flags, and whether the rider should be a silhouette or full color. You have to consider many factors, so there are no issues later with engraving or display on black and white backgrounds. Anyway, it's a long story, a lot of work went into this. I even made animated versions of the final logo we chose. We settled on this one with a few variations. There are many ways to bring a rider to life, so I sketched out some moves he could do within the logo. I used some of my old footage to get the feel right. This happened right when I got back into 3D and was learning new modeling software. So, as part of my practice, I built a 3D motorcycle. I also had a character ready with skinning and rigging for my studies. So I thought, why not do the whole rider animation in 3D? It's a costly and labor-intensive approach, but since I had the assets ready, I decided to go for it. I didn't even waste time looking up the right way to do the skinning, rigging, or control rig for the bike. For the front end, I separated the fork and the front wheel. The only thing is, in the rush, I forgot to add an extra bone for the front brake calipers, so they move independently from the fork. Then I put together a simple control rig. I skipped the shock absorber mechanics to save time. You won't really see it anyway. I also needed some simple effects. I am still learning this stuff, but I managed to put together the basics pretty quickly. Exhaust smoke and stones flying from the splatter, the sprites. The rider was fully ready for animation, so I put him on the bike and got to work. For the movement, I chose a splatter. It's a clean, concise move that doesn't overdraw the visuals. I kept switching between tasks right now. I'm swapping textures and redrawing. For reference, I used Artem's actual gear patterns and graphics. Obviously, meticulous, pixel-perfect work isn't required here. An unlit shader would have been better for this task, but I mixed it with another one anyway. The result is a clean, punchy motion piece. I didn't write original music this time, don't even have an electric guitar at hand. I also created a guideline and fixed different logo variations. It honestly hurts to see what some local printing and branding shops do in our motorsport scene. The final project was assembled in After Effects. I used expressions to quickly toggle between logo types. Motorcycle, silhouette, dark background, light background, 8 variations in total. If you don't set it up this way, you'll go crazy fixing every minor tweak across all those renders. And that's about it.